Morning, Botai. There's an interesting discussion among the poskim whether or not a person is obligated to drink from the Kiddush wine on Shabbat. Is there an obligation or not? It says follows. There's a Brisker Rav, Gaon Rav Yitzchak Zev Soloveitchik Alevi. He writes that especially on Shabbat morning, there's an obligation to drink from the Kiddush wine. And he explains, he says, unlike Shabbat night, where the Kiddush is much longer, Baruch Atah Hashem Kaddish Shabbat, on Shabbat day, what's Kiddush? Kiddush is just Borei Pri HaGefen. That's all it is. So he says, therefore, the mitzvah of Kiddush on Shabbat day, which is otherwise just a bracha, becomes drinking of the wine, which becomes mitzvah begufo shel Adam, a mitzvah on a person's body, like eating matzah, like eating bread inside the sukkah. And therefore, he says that if a person doesn't drink from the Kiddush wine on Shabbat day, he is not yotzei de chovah. It's like he didn't make Kiddush at all, and he was very makpid, he was very particular in his house to make sure that everybody in the family drank a little bit of the Kiddush wine, at least on Shabbat day. Le'alacha, all of the other poskim disagree with him. Why? We've spoken about in the past, if the poskim discuss, if a person hears Kiddush, let's say on Shabbat day, if he heard Kiddush and drank some of the wine, then you don't need to make a she'akol on any other beverages that you drink throughout the Kiddush or throughout the, let's say you're having Kiddush in Beit HaKnesset. If you heard Kiddush but didn't drink some of the wine, then you have to make Birkat she'akol. If you want to have any other soft drinks or liquor or whatever it is, you'd have to make a Birkat she'akol. The discussion is only with regards to Birkat she'akol. None of the poskim point out that if you didn't drink any of the wine on Shabbat day, you're not yotzei de chovah. And therefore you see that all of the other poskim, besides for the Brisker Rav, they all hold that even without drinking some of the Kiddush wine on Shabbat day, you are yotzei de chovah. As long as the Mekadesh, the person who made Kiddush, or somebody else drank a revi'it of wine, nobody else technically, according to halacha, needs to drink any of the wine on Shabbat day, or Len Shabbat for that matter. Nevertheless, Maran Zechron V'Bracha Nalichot Olam Chelik Bet, he writes that there's an extra special mitzvah to endear the mitzvah of Kiddush. There's a special mitzvah to look for, to drink a little bit of the wine from Kiddush, but once again, that has no bearing on whether or not you're yotzei de chovah. You are yotzei even if you don't drink. It's just a special way to endear the mitzvah. Have a wonderful day.